Good morning. Well, I'm sort of ending the Bath Museum logbook in the same place that I started it pretty well a year ago, coming up to the churchyard here at St Mary's at Upper Swainswick at the start of the first of the year's lockdowns. That seems so long ago. Well, this is where I wish you all obviously a healthier and happy 2021. And while I have St Mary's behind you, can I just point out that on my front page this morning there is a story about a letter that's been written to The Guardian about this church and the way in which its members, its friends, are helping to keep it going. So do have a look for that. The other interview I want to point out, on the front page this morning is with Councillor Paul Crosley, who is Cabinet Member responsible for heritage in Baines and parks. We talked a lot when I met him in Parade Gardens about the challenges Baines faces next year in rebuilding its tourist industry and suggesting a few novel ways in which the council could get in a little money. So if you have the time, do play that interview through. It's long, it's about 10 minutes. As a journalist, I come from a world where we dealt in sound bites, where people had 20 or 30 seconds to say something. I have the luxury now of my own website, my own blog, in which people can talk for as long as they want to. Thank you, dog, for that bark. At least I know you're alive. Can I just point out as we go into 2021 that if you're coming across Bath Museum for the first time, either on its webpage or via YouTube, there is a place on that page, both at Bath Museum and YouTube, where you can just press, click and subscribe. If you subscribe to YouTube and to Bath Museum, every time I post a new story, it will appear on your computer, which is good to know. We're all looking forward to the first week in January. Not only is it the beginning of a new year, but hopefully it's the beginning of our fight back against COVID-19. With the Oxford vaccination coming on tap. I'm still hearing that Bath Racecourse is going to be a centre of operations. We're just not too sure of when that is going to be in January, but it is due to play its part in the vaccination programme at some point next month. It's beautiful as always. The one thing about the Woolly Valley and Swainswick here is whatever the season, there's something to see. And the one thing I've got out of this year and having to do my dose of daily exercise is an appreciation for the world around me, having time, as Wordsworth would say, to stand and stare and take it all in. So that's one thing I'm going to continue to do next year. My thoughts about the new year, resolutions and the like, will be in my column in the Bath magazine. I'm not sure which day they're going to publish that, but that will be the January edition of the Bath magazine, which you can view online. So if you've got nothing better to do today, you've got my YouTube, you've got my Bath Museum, and you can check out the Bath magazine. Anyway, to family, to friends, to supporters of the Bath Museum, at this point in time, I wish you the very best for 2021. Who'd believe it, eh? A happy new year.